Hello, Cancers. How you doing? Welcome to the energy messages for you in this week, going from the 20th to the 26th of October. Messages that from general energies that came out this week on Wednesday was all about awakening to our true passionate pathway of where we should be going. And I think you're doing this in an amazing way this week, actually, Cancer. I got a good feeling about this reading. Let's just see how it goes. But also on the message from energy, we went into the elements of fire, earth, and water. So it pretty much covers everything apart from air. Now, this is where it allows you, because you've got the being fed by earth, fire, and water, it allows you to then play with the air because that'll be fully, totally under your control. And it plays out in a very particular way within your Astroflower. So here it is, your Astroflower is already there. And this is probably why I'm laughing because this is, things just get thrown in there. I didn't realise that screen was up. So, yes, there you go on that side. Oh, I'll get there in a minute. On that side there is, the Astroflower. And when you see the air in light blue, you've got this mutable air that comes in across the top on your financial side, which allows you to play with the here and now and with the future on your relationship side. So you have this sort of like, redefining of your values or what makes you tick. And also, realizing what part of your business is that are good, what work, and what other parts that, you may find a bit difficult to do. And that's going to then allow you to play into your strengths a lot more. And certainly on the relationship side, you get this cardinal air that comes in from Libra here, which combines with your cardinal earth because you have actually more earth in you than you do have water. Your water's at the surface. You're one of these full signs like Gemini, Sagittarius, or even Capricorn, the sign opposite to you. You have more earth in you than you do have water. And this is where sort of like I think of getting things done, but in a very much more sort of loose way where you're allowing it to come in and then you can sculpt it and drive it according to how much you engage your mental side of things. Okay, so let's just get a message from the general energy for you. Let's see what's going on here with the general energy. I get it very ordered, the energy from one thing to another. So there's a certain separation between emotions and finances, for example, and or realizing if it's emotionally draining for you and so forth in certain aspects of your financial side. So then, therefore, you can then concentrate on the things that make you joyous, and that will then ultimately be playing straight into your strengths. And therefore you can get help or you can assistance within your company or within your job that you're working in the areas that is not your strength, and that's going to make you a lot stronger as you go ahead. So let's just see what else we get in the way of a vision for you. There's a very precise. It's like doing a puzzle where you've got all the pieces around you and you're being very precise about how you take each particular item. You're not just randomly searching through the puzzles like everybody else. You've kind of got all the puzzles set, all the pieces set out randomly, and now you're being very precise about it. And I think this is what that sort of like energy that comes down in strips. You get these the Seven of Swords on your financial side. So this is sort of like disarming any complications. So if you find you're getting certain blockages on your career path or your business or your projects, you're realizing how to disarm the person or the company or the situation that is actually causing you grief. And so you're not having to fight to win something. You're taking away the tools that actually cause the fighting. So then the fighting automatically stops. On your relationship side, look at that. You get the Lovers. I think you're getting a real good direction on your love here. A clear vision of how things should be by looking on the outside. Within that cardinal air, it's giving you that mental vision of the connection of the world around you, and it's going to give you a true direction. as well. Let's just see what's going on the financial side first. See if we get any messages there. I wouldn't, the thing is, if you engage in a confrontation with another person or situation, it's almost as if like you're giving them reason. And I think this is where you've got to play. I think you're playing smarter as well this week here, more than anything else. Very much more smarter than anything else. And I think that's what the Seven of Swords is all about. On your karmic path, you get like the Queen of Wands, very much in the here and now. That's that mutable air that comes in, and I think you can concentrate on that. When you do, that's when the magic's going to happen. I think you've got, basically, I think the situation is here is that anything that's been causing confrontation, you're almost sort of kind of going, okay, it's no worries, whatever is good for you, I'm going to continue my path here. And that almost diffuses that. If they come out after you again, it's obviously that, they're coming after you rather than just being right. So then you take away that reason. When you start living in the here and now and going after your passions, all of a sudden you have the upper hand, as it were. Yeah, you get a connection with the outside world. Four of Swords. Yeah, I think this is. I think you're taking a lot of pressure off. The connection through networking and so forth. You're doing what you've got to do. There's a lot on your plate at the moment that you need to do, and you need to do it. From the past, you get the Eight of Wands, and businesses, projects, even career paths, it all goes in waves, doesn't it? So sometimes you can have major progression. And when you get a progression, then you've got to sort stuff out so then you're ready for the next wave, so then you can build again. And I think this is what you're doing at the moment. This is why I think you're taking things with precision. And what you're doing is you're realizing how to evolve yourself by taking things from the past that really helped you enormously to take some big steps forward and putting it into action with the Two of Wands there. That's in your future. Now we're getting into that mutable thing. So you've got an idea of what you want to achieve on your career path or your business and so forth. Now it's a case of implementing it and just being a little bit sort of flexible in a little way with your own vision. Don't be surprised if it turns up in a different colour. Okay? Yeah, be joyous, I think, and thankful. I think at the moment is a really good thing for you to be joyous and thankful. Not for anybody else, I think just for life itself and the opportunity for you to explore what you need to explore. And I think once you take yourself out of a conflictual mode with, and it could be even a conflictual mode of sort of you saying to yourself, I've got to win, I've got to win, I've got to win, I've got to win. And if you take yourself out of that sort of saying, do I really have to win or do I have to enjoy it? And all of a sudden you kind of go, do you know what? And that's when the success will come to you a lot easier within your financial side. Let's just have a look and see what's going on the relationship side. There's an opening up, a sense of relaxing. It's like you're feeling at ease with who you are within a group of other people or even with a one-to-one other person. And it's, no one's going to rock your boat, in a nasty way, I meant. Obviously I think you're going to, there's a lot of joy, it feels like a celebration, but not quite a celebration, if you know what I mean. It's like a really good barbecue in summer with your friends. There you go, look at that, you get the Ace of Pentacles. All about physically doing something here. And I think this is where the earth energy is going to be really good for you on your relationship side. I think it may be driving that physical agenda within your life. Look at that on your connections with the outside and the synchronicities. And this is where you get that cardinal air that comes in that I was talking about with the cardinal earth of your good self. The emperor has a control over his empire through the physical sort of sense of control. And I think this is where you have the control. As I said, the mutable air that comes through at the top as much as that cardinal air down at the bottom is where you can have a big influence on things. Yeah, look at that. From the past, you get the Three of Cups. I think there's a great deal of celebration. I think, as I said, I think you feel at home. You're feeling at ease. You're feeling at one. You're feeling good. And it's because of good work you've done. I think you should be proud of yourself. In your future, you get the devil here. The devil's in the detail. It's also very similar to the Lover's card here. And, I think what you're discovering is possibly with being relaxed about it all and not putting any pressure on the relationships or pressure on yourself. As I said, I think you're taking away certain aspects of it. You're streamlining a few things here. And that's what the Devil card is doing. It's helping you to streamline, the seeds that you're planting of joy within your life and connections with other people to see what really works and what doesn't work. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles at the top there. Nine of Cups, sorry. The Nine of Cups at the top goes with the Ace of Cups. Happiness after difficulty. Absolutely brilliant time for you on both senses of the word. It's engagement. There's definite engagement. So there's, it's not a week to sort of sit back and dream. Obviously, allow your dreams, your aspirations to be there, pulling you forward, but getting on and doing the possibilities. Let's just see what's being on the relationship side. Eight of Cups. I think that's a beautiful card for that side there. I think it explains it totally. It takes you on to the Nine of Cups. That's what you should ultimately be. But the thing that's driving it behind it all is your curiosity. You're curious about sort of kind of going, if it's this good, how far does it go? So I think it's a real good exploration within your relationship side. What's this Eight of Wands? How does it bring us past this conflict into the Ace of Cups? From the past to the future, going through that plan of action makes you feel very much secure emotionally on your financial side. And this is what I sort of said earlier on. What sort of part of your business or your career path or your projects makes you emotionally tired or disengaged? And that's when you can start seeing your strengths. And when you do see your strengths, you're going to be totally at one. You're going to be very comfortable about where you're going and what you're doing and the results that it's going to generate for you. Okay, so there you go. Cancer, thanking you very much for being here with us. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Much appreciate your support. Getting them mixed up. Your support through subscribing, liking, and sharing. Don't forget about the messages from Energy as well. The Cymatic TV and the Energy update that we do there, and the live that we do on Sunday night. Q&As about anything to do with energy. I'll see you there. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.